What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 4 of our Minnesota Vikings franchise. And in today's episode, we are taking on the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Both games on the road. And somehow Laquan Treadwell thinks he's going to have 2+ touchdowns or 100+ yards receiving or rushing. Probably not going to happen. At least not in this offense. It's not going to happen. So, actually, in real life, he ended up getting cut or released by the Vikings. But he's been playing well for us. So might as well keep him on the squad. I know I try to keep things as realistic as possible in relation and in respect to how we're performing with the players on our team and the current standing of where we're at as a football team. Currently, we're 3-0. So there's really no reason to cut our number 3 wide receiver, right? And there's really no reason to, start making those changes because we're 3-0. We have to do things that are based on how we're performing in this franchise series. But the Bears are also 3-0, so it's a really big matchup for us and the Bears as well. Plus, being it in Soldier Field, that's going to be a tough game. But we'll talk more about the Giants game as that time comes. But we can see that we're starting to scout some left tackles. And you guys in the comment section had made that pretty clear that the offensive line for the Vikings probably needs a little rework here in the future. Did get Garrett Bradbury, young center, guys that are young on that offensive line. But Riley Reiff on that left tackle side, probably not going to be the long-term answer. And I know as a Detroit Lions guy, being from Michigan, Riley Reiff was not the greatest left tackle for us either. And guys, I'll show you guys this in a little bit later as we go in this episode. Everybody seems to be a first-round talent. Well, that's not technically true. So if you guys go in and you can actually edit a player, probably like choose the worst player possible, like an undrafted fullback, just change one thing about him. Either that's a letter in his name or a piece of equipment. Save it, save that draft class, and then head back on out. It actually updates where guys are supposed to be slotted and what their talent level is. So it's just a little glitch that gets solved if you go in and you make that little bit of a change. But you guys could see it. We were looking at some defensive ends. We were looking at some linebackers, some left tackles, probably positions of major importance for us as we go forward. So something to watch out for as we move forward in this franchise. We can see Dalvin Cook had an insanely great game against the Oakland Raiders the last time that we had an episode. So here we are. We're in Soldier Field trying to get this offense chugging back along. Kirk Cousins not having too terrible of a season, but 2 interceptions, 6 touchdowns. He's having a pretty solid year. We need to cut down on the interceptions, though. I know there's only been 2, but I definitely don't want to be throwing any. We don't want any. No turnovers. But Dalvin Cook still the main focal point of this offense, and we're going to have to attack the middle part of that defense. There's not going to be very many toss plays. There's not going to be very many plays to the outside, especially when we start looking at Khalil Mack out there, Roquan Smith. We got to challenge the Bears a little bit. You got to go mano-a-mano against this football team. You can't kind of shy away from running your offense. Maybe not go directly at Khalil Mack, but you guys get what I'm saying here. But we do get a really good punt, good special teams play here to get to the 2-yard line. So the Bears have to operate in their own end zone, and luckily for Trubisky, gets the ball out quickly, only gets 5. Maybe 2nd and 5 here at the 7-yard line. Then Tariq Cohen going to get the first down here at the 13. So this is going to be a little bit faster of a highlight reel just so you guys get an update here of what we're going to be doing, how we're going to be operating this video today, because we are going to have to get gameplay against the New York Giants in as well. And I don't want this to be a 40-minute video, you know what I mean? So about 18 minutes for this highlight reel against the Bears, and then we'll actually do a quicker highlight reel against the Giants. But we see a big play here to Anthony Miller, former Memphis product, and then we see a nice catch here to Trey Burton. Really good throw. Eric Kendricks got beat right there on the zone play. And then look at this, Harrison Smith coming on in, getting the sack on Mitchell Trubisky. Gotta love that. Harrison Smith, 2 sacks in a row from back-to-back weeks. Had that opening play sack on Derek Carr, and then now here against Trubisky, going to set the Bears back. They will get to 3rd and goal at the 7-yard line, and a pass goes wide to Tariq Cohen. Nice coverage there by Waynes and Kendricks. He's going to have to settle for a field goal. So the Bears are now up 3 0 here with 5:17 left to go in the first quarter. Let's jump a little bit forward with the Vikings possession here. 2:31. Cousins getting a little bit of pressure on the outside, but he dumps this one off to Cook up the middle on the angle route. That seems to be a nice route here in Madden 20. It was a really good route in Madden 19 as well, so we're going to use it to our advantage when we have to and when we can. So Roquan Smith goes untouched on that blitz, and he's going to get the sack and to put 2nd and 19 situation on the Vikings, and not a good pass by yours truly. Kirk Cousins unable to get that pass complete to Laquan Treadwell. So 3rd and 19. Cousins dropping back, going to find Laquan Treadwell to the outside, gets into field goal position. We weren't really trying to pick up that first down and be super aggressive, possibly forcing a turnover. We need to keep ourselves in this football game, so we're going to settle for a tie. It's going to be 3-3 here after a Dan Bailey kick is good. And, oh, Harrison Smith with another sack. Nice play. Didn't fall for the play action on the running back. He could have taken Tariq Cohen there and thought that he might have had the football to get a tackle for a loss, but sticks with the play and gets a sack on Trubisky. Now Harrison Smith comes up huge again. He lays the boomstick. He lays the hit stick on Trey Burton, and the ball just pops out of his hands, and Xavier Rhodes picks it up. Watch this. Boom! Nice. So Xavier Rhodes takes it. Fumble recovery, and the Vikings are back in business. So it's a pretty good thing we didn't try to be aggressive there, right? We just kicked the field goal, and now we get the football back from a turnover. So Adam Thielen trying to get utilized a little bit more in the coming weeks. Makes this catch here. Now here's Dalvin Cook racing to the outside. Nice turn. Dives into the end zone. Touchdown Vikings. And Kyle Fuller could not make the tackle on him, and neither could any of the other Bears. I mean, look at this turn right there. Nice job by Dalvin Cook to get into the end zone. It's going to be 10-3 Vikings. Flip a little bit ahead here, and another forced fumble by Harrison Smith. This guy is going off in today's game. So Taylor Gabriel fumbles the football. Another big hit. Boom. He's just going off in that superstar ability, guys. 3rd and 6 for Cousins and the Vikings. Kyle Rudolph picks up the first down with 4:30 left to go in the second quarter. We're nearing halftime. We're nearing the halfway point. Pass complete on 2nd and 10 to Kyle Rudolph. He's been a big part of this drive so far with at least 2 catches that we've seen in the gameplay, and a nice pass complete in the end zone to Laquan Treadwell. Adam Thielen says, make sure you catch me in the shot. But Laquan Treadwell gets the touchdown, 17-3. We are dominating this football game right now, and we just got to keep playing good on defense, keep causing turnovers, and really it's been the Harrison Smith show. Everybody else on defense not really making all the plays. It's been Harrison Smith that's been the real focal point of our defense. And then Anthony Barr makes a nice tackle on Tariq Cohen here, 3rd and 9, and Trubisky makes a risky throw to Anthony Miller. So it's challenging Harrison Smith. He keeps going back to him. Here's a pass complete to Allen Robinson up the middle on a 1st and 10 play. It's only going to get 9, so it's going to be 2nd and 1, 1:35. Little draw play here, and Tariq Cohen takes a big hit by none other than Harrison Smith. But they're going to find the end zone, and I don't know what to chalk that play up to, guys. Was that really just bad defense on our part, or was that really good blocking scheme for the Bears? I can't tell. But unfortunately, the Bears are going to get the football back as we could not run enough clock off. Nice catch here by Allen Robinson to set up the Bears at the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10, pass going to go incomplete out of the end zone. Looking for Trey Burton out there. And with 4 seconds, they're just going to like to kick the field goal, and we're going to go into halftime 17-13 with the lead. So despite all these turnovers by the Vikings, the Bears are still finding themselves in the football game, down by 4. 256 passing yards against this Vikings defense. Trubisky, Matt Nagy, everybody on that offense is just really just saying we have to abandon the run game against these Vikings. We got to attack them through the air. And so far, it's been working. It's been allowing this team to keep themselves in the football game. So here's a pass complete to Cordarrelle Patterson. And he dives for the end zone and gets it over the plane for a touchdown. And the Bears take the lead in the second half. Watch this play one more time. Looking for the big hit was Xavier Rhodes. Harrison Smith just getting over there a little bit too late. And it's going to be a touchdown for Chicago. Stephon Diggs makes a nice catch in traffic. And then here's Khalil Mack. Mack with the sack. Kirk Cousins had no chance, guys. And now Khalil Mack is in the zone. And now that's something that we have to worry about as well. Eddie Jackson up there up top at safety is also in the zone. Got to get the ball out quickly. Nice timing throw here to Stephon Diggs. And it's going to set us up for a 4th and 8 at the 31-yard line. And Dan Bailey just knocks this one through right down the middle. We got a tie football game here. Ending of the third quarter. Getting very close. About 1:08. Anthony Miller makes this catch. And unfortunately, I really wanted to get Mike Hughes some time there at nickel cornerback and even dime cornerback. You guys were talking about Mike Hughes, probably wanting to see him get into the game a little bit more. And unfortunately, he's going to have to exit the game due to an injury. So nice catch here by Trey Burton. Gets hit hard. Bears football. Tariq Cohen bouncing off some tackles. 1st and 10. 11 seconds to go. Pass complete. Number 40, probably the fullback there for the Bears. 2nd and 6. Here's a little play action throw and really just wide of the intended target. So 3rd and 6. Vikings got to come through here. Pass is going to be complete. And Trey Waynes just touches up Allen Robinson there. It's going to settle the Bears for a field goal. So Matt Bryant picks this up and good. 23-20. Vikings have to come through right here, right now, and forced throw. A forced throw by Cousins trying to make something happen, maybe too much. Make too much happen there. And Fuller's going to pick it off on the left sideline. And the Bears are back here with the football. And another fumble. Another fumble. A huge hit delivered by Anthony Barr. And Harrison Smith recovers the fumble. Anthony Miller with the fumble, guys. So the Vikings get a break. Nice catch there by Adam Thielen on the left sideline. 24 yards with that completion, and we were challenging Eddie Jackson there. For whatever reason, he didn't go up for the football. Lucky for us. 6:12 left to go here in the 4th, and here's a pass out deep. Pass deep, and it's going to be deflected by Fuller. He's having himself a heck of a game defensively. 3rd and 5. Cousins, pass complete up the middle to Kyle Rudolph. Gets extra yardage after the hit. We're at the 7-yard line. 5:44 left to go in the 4th quarter. Here's a little rollout play. Cousins trying to find something into the end zone. He's going to fire it. Oh, Adam Thielen with the grab. How did he make this catch? How in the world did he make that catch? Guys, Cousins and Thielen just have this thing going on with them, guys. They just have this connection happening, and it's really a joy to watch. That's Thielen's 5th or 6th touchdown on the season so far. So he's going off this year. 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. 3:33 left to go. Pass is going to be completed to Stephon Diggs on the outside. His 3rd catch of the game. 3 minutes. We've hit the 3-minute mark here. 3rd and 3. Got to get a completion here to avoid the Bears with an extra offensive possession, and we can't get rid of the football or get this completed. And that means the Bears are going to have that extra possession to potentially win the football game. Tariq Cohen on a draw play. Nice job here. Good tackle by Shamar Stephen. Right there. It's still 27-23. 3rd and 10, and pass is going to go incomplete. Almost picked off. Trubisky with the risky throw again. 4th and 10, guys. We've got to get a stop right here. You got to make good plays. They're calling the 4 verts. And Trubisky's got time, and it's going to be picked off. But not really, because there's a defensive interference call. Pass interference on Xavier Rhodes. It's a 25-yard penalty, spot foul. Pass goes incomplete. If we can force Trubisky, who's thrown over 400 yards in this game, they've just neglected the run game all game long. Trey Burton with the first down. 1st and 10. Barr with the coverage here, and throwing at the offensive lineman's head there, Trubisky. So very bad pass. 42 seconds to go, guys. This is pretty much the football game. They're in scoring range, but we do get a sack on Trubisky. Now they're calling up the hurry up. 3rd and 16. Play action. Trubisky firing out deep, and he's got his man. Calling that timeout. 2 timeouts left for the Bears. 15 seconds to go. 1st and 10. Trubisky trying to find somebody open on a big hit. A big hit. He's sacked. 8 seconds. They possibly have 2 plays to go. Got to get it complete in the end zone, or it's got to go incomplete. He can't get stopped short, and they're firing it to the deep to the part of the end zone. Incomplete. 3 seconds to go. This is the game. This is the last play of the game. 3rd and 20. Firing it deep. Can they make a catch? No! It's going to fall incomplete. And the Bears are losers at Soldier Field. The Vikings come in. We play hard. We gave up a ton of yards through the air. But those 3 takeaways and having over 100 yards of rushing offense really did the job for us today, guys. Got the W against the Bears. That's a hard-fought win. That's a really hard-fought win. I thought that we should have played a little bit better on defense, but you know what? Cousins with that late interception. We get the football back. The first play after that pick, our defense came through when it mattered most. It bent, but it didn't technically break, and we got the W. So what do you guys think about that Bears gameplay? What do you think that we did wrong? What did you think that we did right? I might need to check on Thielen's stats here, because I think he's had a touchdown in every single game that we've played, and we're in week 4 right now. So he might have 4 touchdowns, not 5 or 6 like I had mentioned before. But Harrison Smith, obviously the defensive player of the game, if not the player of the game, had 2 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, played insanely well. I really think that he was the focal point of why we won the game. Seriously, I mean, our defensive line at the very end really helped us out with 2 sacks on Trubisky to really kind of push that offense backward on a really key and crucial drive for the Bears. But I think our defense played well. I think Harrison Smith played well. Despite the 400 yards of passing offense against us, I thought our defense clutched up. And that's really all it comes down to. But you guys could see the updated draft board after, like I had mentioned before, once you make your edits to like the worst player ever in that draft class, then it automatically resets to where guys should be as far as like the talent levels go. So you saw Shenault at the 2nd round talent, then you saw Trey Adams as a 4, and now we're into week 5 scouting, and I'm looking at some defensive backs. I'm looking at cornerback Xavier Davis, Mikey Moon, Chase Lucas, some guys in that mid-2nd round, possibly even 3rd. I really want to look at guys that are kind of going to be that young up-and-comer. I always love drafting defensive backs. I really think that that's an important positional group that kind of goes unnoticed in a lot of people's scouting departments, because I mean, in a passing world in an NFL that's going to be really going towards the passing game, as we see Kyle King up here, a 5th rounder that's projected in the 1st, actually a 1st round talent, I should say, in the 5th round. I think the way that the NFL is going with so much emphasis on passing the football and not being able to touch the quarterbacks, you need defensive backs that are capable of holding their own against these really good wide receivers and offensive schemes that are going to really put a lot of pressure on secondaries. So you really need a good group of corners, safeties. Some might argue that defensive pressure on the D-line through linebackers or D-line is really the way to go. I would kind of argue the opposite in today's NFL, or the future of the NFL. You want guys that can cover, and that's really what I'm looking at for corners and free safeties as well. So here we go. 1st and 10. First throw of the game for Kirk Cousins against the New York Giants, and a nice catch to Stefon Diggs. We're going to try to get these guys going, Diggs and Thielen, early on in this game. You can see the next catch, the next pass going to Thielen. He's going to get another 22 yards. So 2 passes, 22 yards each for Thielen and Diggs. 2nd and 8. Here's a pass complete again to Diggs, and that's 2 throws to Diggs now that might have been able to be picked off by the Giants secondary. But Cousins just dropping it in right where it needs to be, and look at that. Shades of Steve Young. What is that? Kirk Cousins kind of giving that defensive back or the linebacker there a little shimmy. He's like, hey, I'm rushing, I'm running, I'm going to be scrambling, I'm going to try to pick up the first down. Nope, just kidding. Throw on the run to Kyle Rudolph in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. So this is not going to be, I want to say this is not going to be an easy game. It's the New York Giants, I get it. It's not a very good football team right now. Eli Manning is super old. He's 0 for 2 right now, not looking good. But it's not going to be an easy game simply because we're on the road. We're on the road in New York. It's always a tough environment to play in, and now it even gets even more difficult because Dalvin Cook leaves with an apparent injury. He's holding his wrist. So I don't know what that's all about. We'll get an update here in the next few plays, but I'm really hoping that he returns. Here's a nice catch to Laquan Treadwell for 26 right there. And here's the update. He's got a ruptured disc, and he's not going to be able to return to the game. So that sucks. That sucks. Ruptured disc, that only means he's going to be out for a long period of time, guys. And I don't like the sound of that word. That hurts. It really does. We're sitting here at 4-1 on the season. This is a big game for us against the Giants. Obviously, it should be easy to beat the New York Giants, but like I said, this is a road game, a road test in New York, and this is a game that you have to have. When you look at this on your schedule and you see New York Giants, you're playing the Giants, you have to get a win if you're as good as the Minnesota Vikings are. So we get another run. We're just getting gashed by Saquon Barkley right now. 3rd and 5. Manning going to toss it to Sterling Shepard. Takes a big hit. And you guys will see, I did lower the sliders a little bit from default MAT 10. So MAT 10 sliders are what I use, but I did lower those sliders down just a little bit to kind of give me more of a challenge right now, because, I mean, the sliders for MAT 10 are pretty difficult as they are on All Madden, but, you know, I was noticing that a lot of you guys in the comment section were talking about how, you know, I'm just pretty much destroying the CPU right now. So I ended up moving those down: quarterback accuracy, running back ability, run blocking, pass blocking, those types of things. Make it more of a challenge on me. And obviously the fumbles, I changed the fumble sliders as well because a lot of fumbles were happening in that last game against the Bears. I thought that was a little too unrealistic. Even though I loved it, it was a little too unrealistic for my liking. So here's a big catch. A big catch. I think it said 48 yards for Jordan Taylor on that play. It's going to set us up at the 33-yard line. Cousins on a 3rd and 10, and not a good pass. Not a good pass by yours truly, a.k.a. me. A lot of times I like to give the players the responsibility and the accountability to make it more realistic in the commentary. But you guys are well aware. I'm the one playing the game, right? So when I say bad pass by Cousins, and even when I say good pass by Cousins, I'm really just trying to do that for the commentary, the good of the commentary. But here's a bad pass by Eli Manning. And an interception. He threw it right to Anthony Barr. Right to him. Didn't even give a receiver his chance at all. So 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go. We have the football here on the 5-yard line. And nice run blocking for Alexander Mattison. He gets in to the end zone, and we take the lead. Even more so. It's going to be 17-7. We're up by 10 points. 2 scores. 2nd and 3. Minute 35. Barkley makes the catch, trying to lay the hit stick on him. He's going to get even more yards. 10 of 14 for Eli. 137 yards on the game. 1:12 left to go. 1st and 10, firing it out deep, and Rhodes makes the pick. He was looking for Kendrick Bourne, the speedster out there, but Xavier Rhodes makes the interception with 1:08 left to go in the game. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Like the turnovers, like the defense that we've been playing the last couple weeks. So we get the football back here, 1st and 10, and Abdullah gets some nice blocking out front. We're going to get to the 29-yard line, so there'll be a 9-yard pickup at 2nd and 1. And 43 seconds to go. Now we're starting to think after this big run to the outside. Oh, Jabril Peppers just makes the tackle at Abdullah's shoelaces. And now we're thinking points. At first, it was just kind of see what happens here. If you get lucky, if you hit a big play, sweet. But now we're thinking we want some points here at the 47-yard line. No back set and a catch by Abdullah. Oh man, this would just be the Giants' luck, guys. Holy cow. So Thielen tries to go up, bats it up in air. Abdullah, the trail runner, comes over, makes the catch. And now we're sitting here at the 38-yard line and a nice catch by Adam Thielen. We call a timeout here with 18 seconds left, and rather than kick the field goal, we risk taking a sack here, and that's exactly what happens, and we can't get to the line fast enough. Oh boy, oh boy. Just bad clock management. That's all it was, just bad clock management. So instead of it being 20-7, it's 17-7 as we go into the half. Both teams have 7 yards average per play. We have 23 rushing yards on the game. Obviously, that injury to Dalvin Cook is really hurting our offensive production. So you got to take the points when you can find them. Should have kicked that field goal there. See up on the halftime report, 17-0 for the Bears over the Oakland Raiders. So obviously, this is another big game for us to try to make sure we keep extending that division lead out from the Bears trying to catch us at this point. Remember, we beat them last week, so we are now 1 game ahead of them. Here's a catch to Evan Ingram in the end zone for a touchdown. Not very good coverage there by Harris. Number 41, the free safety. Not good coverage. Not good coverage there. So instead of it being 20-14, now it's 17-14. We're only up 3. So Adam Thielen with a drag route. Nice grab there. We get to the 5-yard line. And Thielen is balling out again so far. 2nd and goal at the 2. We did get 3 yards on the 1st and goal play, and we're going to get to the 1-yard line. They're bringing the house, and Bradbury unfortunately got beat up the middle right there, and Madison only 7 rushes for 7 yards and a score. And we're going to have to settle for that field goal that we should have had before. 20-14 instead of 23-14. So here's a 3rd and 4 situation for Manning and the Giants, and a really nice play right there by Anthony Barr. His 3rd tackle of the game is going to stop Barkley short of the 1st down. Vikings on their next possession don't do anything, and the Vikings are going to give the football back to the Giants. Nice catch here by Evan Ingram. You guys can see the sliders at work there. That would have probably been a fumble for the Bears, but not a fumble here. Another big hit by Harrison Smith. Not a fumble. So Golden Tate secures it, and we've got 1st and 10 for the Giants. Pressure. Linval Joseph. Danielle Hunter with the fumble recovery. Linval Joseph delivered the hit on Eli, and he fumbles the football. And we get new life here with 5:51 to go. 3rd and 10. Got to get this pass complete. We had the running back up the middle on that angle route, but Cousins just didn't see it. He threw it to Treadwell, who was also open, but it was wide. And now we get the football back to the Giants. Pass complete here to Kendrick Bourne, and he fumbles the ball. And Harrison Smith delivers a big hit again. So the Vikings defense, guys, keeps creating these turnovers and these opportunities for our offense to come back and stay in the game. Look at this big hit. He got hit low and he got hit high. So Kendrick Bourne fumbles the ball. That's back-to-back fumbles for the Giants. Here's a pass up the middle, a little bit slow. Got to zing that ball in there, Kirk. 3rd and 3, pass. I mean, we're looking for B or RB right there, but it's not going to happen as we get sacked by Dexter Lawrence, former Clemson product. Dan Bailey, this is a huge kick. The wind is helping us. 6 mph towards the uprights, and it's going to help out big time, because I don't think if we had that wind, that probably wasn't going through. So we go up by 9. We turn that fumble recovery into 3 points. We're going up 23-14. So here's Saquon making the big catch. Going to get hit hard by Harrison Smith, so he still corrals the football, still holds on to it. 1st and 10. Vikings got to get a big play here. Here's Kendrick Bourne. Trying to feature him. For whatever reason, he seems to be the guy that's been wide open for the Giants in the last 2 drives here. So Bourne makes this catch, gets the 1st and 10. Bourne again. Gets the catch on the outside, only going to pick up 1 yard there. no huddle offense. We've now hit the minute mark. A little play action pass here to Kendrick Bourne. And oh, Harrison Smith trying to deliver the big hit again. Doesn't stay sound. Doesn't stay true to playing good defense and lining the guy up. And it's going to be a touchdown for the Giants. We get the football back, just trying to kill the clock out, guys. 3rd and 7 now after that rush. Giants use a timeout. They have 1 left, so we got to pick up the first down, but this isn't going to happen. As a really good tackle right there by the Giants defense. They call their final timeout. They have 35 seconds to go. We need another defensive stand in the final seconds of the game, guys. We had it against the Bears. Now we need another big one against the Giants. Can the defense come through? Got to hold them here. Can't give up a field goal. You give up a field goal, you lose by 1. 2nd and 3. Pass is going to be complete. Good tackle right there. And guys, with 9 seconds to go, they can't get back to the line with the second runoff. And the game's over. Defense holds strong. 4 takeaways against the Giants. And we get the W of only 52 yards of total rushing. To me, that's not acceptable. We need to get up into the 80s. Maybe 80 or 90. 100, maybe 110. That's a really good game rushing-wise. But, you know, it's not cool, man. 11 attempts for Mattison, only 8. 9 attempts for 43 for Abdullah. Maybe we got to start giving Ameer Abdullah more of the work. I would like to think that Madison's kind of our guy that's really going to complement and give us what we had with Dalvin Cook as we go forward into the season. We're going to be missing him for quite a while. I just have this feeling, and we'll check out and see how long he's going to be out for. So we'll take a look at that. A ruptured disc, guys, is not going to be easy to come back from. So we'll hopefully get him back maybe within 5 weeks, I hope. I hope it's 5 weeks. If it's anything longer, then we might need to consider some outside help, honestly, because the way that Mattison was running wasn't very good. Didn't look very good. Abdullah's not an every down type of back, so we're really going to lean heavily on Mattison. And if he doesn't perform and we start losing some games, we might need to start thinking about some outside help if Dalvin Cook doesn't look like he's coming back for the foreseeable future. So, guys, we're going to be just kind of talking through the franchise as a whole as we see some guys getting upgraded here. Mackenzie Alexander, Irv Smith Jr., Ben Gideon. What do you guys think? How do you guys like the format of this so far? I know we haven't really been doing a whole lot of scouting. Right now, we've been doing a little bit, but not really digging too deep into that just because the draft class isn't totally done yet. Got about maybe 20 players left to go. It is updated to a better spot than it had been before in the last upload. So if you guys want to go find that on Xbox One, it is titled GG9, and the author would be, of course, Gold Glover 9. But I think it's going to be updated by the time that we get into next week's episode. So that'll be updated. You guys can go check that out if you would like to. But what do you guys think about the 2 game per upload deal? I think I like it because that way we can actually get this 2019 season over with pretty quickly, and then we can kind of get into the future of this Vikings franchise and this Vikings team. And I think that's really what everybody's concerned about and really wants to watch, and how this whole thing is being built up. I think that's what people love. But we can see Dalvin Cook's going to be out for 9 weeks, guys. That's going to set him up to return into week number 14, possibly 15 if there's no setbacks. It's going to suck. It's going to suck. So we're going to have to maybe seek outside help if we start losing some games, if Mattison just isn't the guy. Or we're just going to have to alter the game plan. We're going to maybe just start slinging the football over the field. I don't know what we're going to do, but we need some answers as we go forward into the franchise series. So, guys, leave a like if you like this thing. And, of course, if you're new to the channel and you're new to this series, drop a subscribe if you like it and you love it and you want some more of it. You know what you got to do. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Post in the comment section below what you thought about these games. Do you think that we have what it takes to possibly be a Super Bowl contender? Are you guys happy with the sliders right now? Do you think that that kind of offers a little bit more realistic football? Maybe the fumbles and the superstar abilities, maybe we need to tone those down just a little bit again. We had 4 turnovers. It's really hard. Madden is a fickle game. You really have to figure out what the perfect setting is for your gameplay and your style. You know, Mat 10 sliders are the default that we have right now. but moving some of those down, even then against the Giants, I thought that gameplay was pretty decent. We still had those 4 turnovers, though. Maybe that's just an Eli thing to do, giving up turnovers all over the place. But leave in the comment section below, guys. I always like to read what you guys are saying and your feedback and your input. So, guys, I'll see you in the next one. As always, peace.